Welcome back to Taking Action for America, National Rebuilding Day. My name is Oliver Sharp. We're looking back at National Rebuilding Day 2009. It's my pleasure to introduce right now TJ Cantwell, Director of Veterans Housing for Rebuilding Together. TJ, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Veterans Housing Initiative and its role in Rebuilding Together?
Sure. The Veterans Housing Initiative was begun in 2005. Rebuilding Together recognized that there was a growing need among the veterans population relating to their housing needs, specifically home repair and modification. There's over 24 million veterans in the United States right now. Many of them, I believe over 6 million, are disabled, and many of them are growing into their later years, 50s and 60s, and are facing a fixed income, which means they're going to have a lot of home needs that they're not going to be able to address, especially in today's economy.
And we have a great story coming up we're going to look at. You were out in Chicago. Can you tell us a little bit about the project that you undertook at this year's National Rebuilding Day?
Sure. It was a pleasure to be out there to visit several projects going on in Chicago. We did visit one home. The Hendricks family was amazing. We visited Gene and his wife Dorothy, and their son is 51 years old, and he is currently deployed in Afghanistan. And our local affiliate was able to get a lot of work done. They were able to go outside and do a lot of the exterior work and do major plumbing renovations, make the home safe for the Hendricks, who are both in their 80s, and then even put in a nice playground in the backyard for the grandchildren when they come over and visit. Excellent.
So this is for the families of veterans as well. And it seems like, unfortunately, everybody now knows a veteran or the families of veterans. If people want to, recommend that Rebuilding Together take a look at one of these families or look to help one of these disabled veterans, how do people go about doing that?
Well, they can go to our website, rebuildingtogether.org. There's information about all of our programs, and including veterans housing. They can find a local affiliate by going onto our website and contact their local affiliate, say they know somebody who needs some assistance. Please mention that they're a veteran, and we'll take a look and see what we can do to help them out.
Excellent. Well, TJ, thank you so much for all of your hard work. And right now, let's head out to Chicago and see the work that was done there on National Rebuilding Day.
A house has to be kept up to live in it. In 2003, I had a heart attack, and I haven't been able to do anything. One year I was in the hospital 7 times, next year 5 times, next 3.
They have a lack of funding, a lack of money to kind of do the upkeep on their home. So they, looked for Rebuilding Together to see, what we could do to help them out. And we said, well, if you have a son serving, we can help you through the Heroes at Home program sponsored by Sears. And they said that'd be fantastic. And we had a whole group of people come out, look at all their needs and their problems. And today, most of those are going to be addressed through using local volunteers and Sears employees.
The Hendricksons, they hit close to home because I was in the Army, like their son. And their son, he serves in the Illinois National Guard here in the Chicagoland area. And like many of the National Guardists, they get federalized and have to go on these long deployments. So he's over there for about 1.5 years in Afghanistan and serving. And he's served in the military for almost 20 years now. And he lives here with his family, but when he's not here, we need to help his parents.
We had an original scope of repairs to make the house safe and secure, adding handrails to stairwells, new lights, making stairs accessible, that we're retrofitting the tub for handicap accessibility. Sears donated a new stove since her stove didn't work as kind of an extra thing. The outside yard had some large bushes in front of windows which caused some security concerns, so we're taking those out and adding some small bushes back in. But most of the work is inside. They've had floods in the basement. We're trying to make it just a safer place to live for them.
On this particular home here, we did some gutter restoration on the front and the north elevation. There's some other homes in the area where we're doing some chimney restoration along with a full roof rehabilitation.
Getting involved with Rebuilding Together is one of the easiest and most rewarding things you can do. You can go to the website and make a donation. That's a really simple way just to get involved. You can also call your local affiliate and say, hey, you know, I have a free Saturday, I have a free weekday, what can I do? And you can arrive on site, pick up a paintbrush, pick up a shovel, and get to work. It's a really rewarding and fun experience.
People helping people, that's what it is to be an American. I mean, helping each other build their homes and having a better life.
It's amazing to see how communities and corporations and a nonprofit like Rebuilding Together can come together to make the difference in the life of not only this family, but in thousands of families across the country. It makes me feel proud to be a part of the organization and proud of my community.
This is so amazing. It's just marvelous. Words cannot express my gratitude for this.
Hi, this is Congressman Chris Murphy, and I'm here in New Britain with Rebuilding Together, one of the 14 great projects that they're doing here. We're here at a home where we're rebuilding the inside for the widow of a World War II veteran, one of the thousands of great projects happening all over the country due to the committed volunteers who make this project so worthwhile and so successful. Thank you so much, Rebuilding Together. Keep up the great work. You're making a difference today.
This is Candace Olson from HGTV. Just wanted to congratulate Rebuilding Together on the 21st National Rebuilding Day. Rebuilding Together serves low-income Americans who own their own homes and struggle to pay for food, health care, and basic home maintenance. Keep up the good work, Rebuilding Together.